So today we're here to talk about the 5 key steps to creating a marketing message that converts. So this came about from myself working 23 years in shopping centre marketing, dealing day to day with small businesses who form part of the retailers in that shopping centre complex. It's hard. It's hard work. And a lot of them didn't have access to any marketing assistance individually. And so I would try and help them as much as I could within my role as a shopping centre marketing manager. But it was hard because you didn't have enough time individually. So eventually I created my own marketing agency as a way to allow me to do what I love, which was to work with small businesses on their marketing and to help them find the tools to really dive deep and find out what it is that their marketing message is and how to make that convert. And I'm finding even still that there's a lot of things out there on social media. You've got to do this, you've got to do that. But if you don't actually know what your message is, how are you really going to ever create something that's going to be authentic and something that's going to convert? So that's the why, my why. You guys probably hear about me bang on my why very often, but that's really what it comes down to. So I thought what I'll do today is, oh, hi, Yvonne. I want to make sure that you guys have all the tools so you can do this work yourself. You don't need to be overwhelmed anymore. That the tools can be in front of you, the tools can be there, and the tools can allow you to up-level your own marketing. So let me start. I'm going to share my screen. And if you've got any questions, just put them in the chat and I'll get back to them at the end of this masterclass. So we'll do 30 minutes and we'll go through all of this and save your questions or write them in the chat with a Q for question. And then we'll go from there. All right, we all good? If you just want to write GG in the chat, then I know you're all good and you can hear me and we're all ready to go. And then I'll start the slideshow and we'll go into awesome. Okay, let's go. Share my screen. All righty ho. Okay, so everyone can see that hopefully. And now we're going to be going through the 5 key steps to create a marketing message that converts, the masterclass. So what we're talking about is gaining clarity and reducing overwhelm, which is the main thing I see in all my clients I work with one-on-one and the clients that I've dealt with in the past through my work within shopping centres and also individually doing consulting. I've done it for 23 years, so things have changed. Marketing resources have changed, of course. So I've seen it all, but ultimately it comes down to the overwhelm and not knowing what your message is, and that is universal. So my story, like I've just run through, I was a shopping centre marketing manager and also a shopping centre marketing consultant once I had my kids and I worked on my own. And now I've got an agency where we help small businesses in regards to coaching them through their marketing and also consulting on Done For You Digital and things like that. So I've done a lot of small business work and I feel that that's where my niche is and that's my why in helping to help small business owners sort of overcome their overwhelm and get some clarity. All right, overwhelm is real. It is, it really is. Now, when I'm talking overwhelm, I'm talking about trying to be everything to everyone, because the more you end up putting your arrows out everywhere, because you want to get in as many clients as you can, you tend to dilute what your actual message is. Your message is no longer authentic to you because you are trying to be everything to everyone. And that sense of overwhelm can paralyze you and will also, it won't allow you to level up because you will be constantly comparing yourself with others. You'll be constantly looking at things you're doing and, oh, well, they're doing this, maybe I should do that. Or they're doing this, maybe I'm doing it wrong. No, you need to be authentic to what it is you do and what authority you are, the leader in your industry. What is it that you do that you can own and that lights you up? That's what we're here for today. So these are the 5 steps, 5 key steps to a marketing message that converts. Firstly, your why. I bang on a lot about a why, because without a why, your authentic marketing message won't cut through, because people see through the bullshit. They see if you're just trying to say things that people want you to hear. It's not authentic to who you are. So your why are you in business, and your vision, what lights you up, what's your thing over the hill that you want to reach, and your mission, how you're going to get there, your goals, planning to do so, and your core values, what it is you stand for, and what it is you won't accept in your business. Now, secondly, your what. Your what is your business offer that makes you different, and the best way to use this authentic what, your business offering, and how you can use it to stand out from a crowd. Now, importantly, who. The next step is who, because the who will allow you to have a customer avatar, a person that you are talking to. Because when you're doing a message, you're talking to a person who has something, a pain point that you can help with. So you also want your offer to be that good that people become raving fans. That's about the who. And clarity around the how is, how are you going to meet their pain point? What is it, and what offer, what solution do you have to their current problem? How does that look? What and how can you identify that, and how can you get it out? And finally, the where. You need to make sure you've got a market, a message, and a media. You need that mix to make sure that you're talking to the right person about the right thing in the right place. Now, when you have clarity around all of these 5 things, when you're creating a marketing message, it's going to come to you easier, because you know who you're talking to, you know what your solution is to their problem, and you know where they are. But most importantly, you know why you're doing it, and you have goals yourself on how and what the difference is you want to see in the world. Now that becomes imperative in creating an authentic message. Why? This is the most important one, and I'm going to spend a bit more time on why today, because your why is a thing a lot of people don't spend time on. People do a customer avatar and people do business offering, because that's part of, deciding what you're actually going to create. But why are you in business? Why are you doing what you do, and what lights you up? When we go through your why, we're talking about finding clarity in your why and the message that's just authentic to you. So how are we going to find that? How are we going to work through an authentic message that's just you? Okay. Now, this is where we go through, and we can work through getting you clarity in that direction for your business. Because once you have that clarity, you will remember exactly what it is you're thinking about when you create content. Where am I going? What lights me up? And what difference do I want to see in the world? So gaining clarity in your direction, your vision. Imagine this, your vision is your sunset. It's the place over the hill, the place you love, the place or the thing that lights you up, and where you are headed. You're never quite going to reach it. That's why it's the sunset over the hill, but it's what lights you up enough to get up in the morning and keep doing what you're doing in business, even when it gets tough. So it is the why, it is why you do what you do. Now, a mission is really an actionable statement based on that. So if your vision is to end world hunger, your mission would be, I want to help X amount of people by X date, do this by doing this. So it's who you want to help, by when, how, and an exact way you're going to do it. And it becomes a statement. So my statement, and a mission is normally a 10-year goal. It's your big, hairy, audacious goal. It's something that's going to make you poo your pants just a little bit. So it's something that will allow you to keep on track, because a mission is something you will place more or less up on your wall in your office, and your staff and you will see this every day. And you will know this is what's going to help you get closer to your vision. It's the measurable part of your why, stating how you're going to get there. And we'll go through that in a minute. A mission is a 10-year goal. So my mission is to reduce overwhelm and bring clarity to every small business owner in Australia. That's my vision. And I'll do that by helping 1,000 small business owners by 2030. I created mine last year, so that's my 10 years. By 2030, create a sustainable lead generation machine with authentic marketing strategies. So I've said who I want to help, by when, and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. So that's a mission. A goal, of course, you're going to break down that 10-year vision goal, or your mission, your big, hairy, audacious goal. You're going to break that down into a 5-year goal, a 3-year goal, a 1-year goal, and then 90-day action goals. And then you'll set yourself projects each 90 days. And those projects will allow you to get closer to your mission, which will allow you to get closer to your vision. It's all about little steps every day, creating big impact. And it just allows you to set goals each 90 days. And you can sit down and you can look at those goals and see how close you really are to those goals and how you can pivot along the way. So once you've got those goals set, the final step in creating clarity around your direction is your core values. Now, your core values are those which they come from the visionary. So if you are the visionary for your business, you're the founder, the core values for you, helicopter, the core values for you will be based around what it is you stand for and what you won't stand for in your business. And usually that tends to be what you won't stand for in life. So as an example, the core values for my business are tone. They just happen to equal TONE. I did a lot of work on this myself last year during COVID when I had to pivot my offering when shopping centre marketing consultancy work dried up due to the shopping centres, most of them, all the stores being shut. So I did a lot of work on my why and a pivot of wanting to work with small businesses directly more than I was before. So my core values were no drama, own your own journey, treat each other like family, T, own your own journey, no drama ever, and empathy always. Because I'm dealing with small businesses in my line of work, and a lot of them, it could be the last $100 they've got in keeping their business alive. So empathy needs to be something that is paramount in how we work and who we take on, be it team members or clients. And also to treat each other like family, because that is how I work in my life, and I expect people who work with me to be the same. Own your own journey is my way of saying that if you are on this journey with me, ask if you want to learn something. Be proactive in making sure that you're getting the most out of everything you do. And the no drama is pretty simple. No drama. Of course, there's going to be drama in life and in business, but I'm talking about real drama, high level drama that I don't need, that will drain my energy and will drain my team's energy. So this can come down to clients I've said no to because of the drama, the time wasting, the energy pulling. It's not something I ever want to deal with. I've done it before and I don't want to deal with it again. So it becomes a real core value for me. So these are the ways that you can get clarity in your direction, your vision, your mission, your goals, and setting your core values for your business. Once you have these in place, you're more likely to know exactly what it is when you go to your next step. Your next step is your what. So we're going to be talking about what it is and your business offering. So this comes down to, before we can define our audience, we need to have a clear understanding of what we offer as a business and how that business satisfies a customer's unmet need. Because what we want to do is we want to have our marketing message talk directly to a pain point. We don't want vanilla content or a message, and we don't want to have a message that talks to everyone. Because remember, I said a message that talks to everyone ends up talking to no one and gives you overwhelm in what you're trying to say. So when we're trying to hit a customer's unmet need, we need to do the work involved in finding what it is we offer and how and who that can impact. Now, your what is going to be a mixture of your product or service and the list of benefits that provides, and people who need it. Who needs it? And the list of benefits you've talked about, what pain point is that hitting, and who is that going to talk to? Because those 2 points together will end up being your business offering. So what will happen is the work you do through this will allow you to really, really have a clear identifying business offering that you know you can produce easily, that you know people need, and it allows you to have an offering that when you talk about in your messaging, it hits the nail on the head and can convert, because people are really, really time poor. When people are scrolling, they don't want vanilla content. They don't want somebody talking to everyone. They want to know that what you are talking about as they're scrolling hits their pain point exactly. And that by doing that, you become the authority in that market as the person, the go-to person. What's even better is if you can actually provide a solution to a problem they didn't know they had. Now that's where the conversion is guaranteed, because when people are scrolling and you're mentioning a product and hitting a pain point that they might not even know they have, well, then of course you're going to be higher on that level of people who are an authority in the market, because they're going to see you as, well, she already knows, or he already knows that that's a problem, and they already have a solution for it. Well, obviously they know, and I need to talk to them about my problem that I now know I have, because they seem to have a solution for it. Now that's defining your target audience and really diving deep into making sure. Now you can have more than one business offering, obviously, different segments, but you need to do this work for each one, because you can't talk to everyone. But when you're doing marketing, when you're advertising, you need to make sure that whatever you're advertising has its own target, like I talked about before, target market and media. So the messaging needs to match the target or the business offering you're talking about. So as long as you've got that for each of your offerings that you're willing to promote, then or your key business offerings, your niche, then you'll be fine. So next on our list, okay, let's summarize. We've gone through, we've created a vision for our business. We've found out why we do what we do. We've created a mission, a statement which says by when, who we're going to help, and how. We've set our goals. We've said, okay, in 5 years, we break down the 10-year goal. So if you want to help 1,000 people in 10 years, obviously each year it'll be 125 per quarter, work it back. And then you know what it ends up being? 2 a week, 2 or 3 a week. So if you can do that, can you see how by breaking it down, it doesn't seem to be so overwhelming? You're saying and putting in place, I will help 2 people per week do X, and that over time will allow me to get my vision. That's where goals come in. So you've done that. Then you've said to yourself, okay, what will I and won't I stand for in my business? And that ultimately comes down to when you're talking about your core values and writing those down and making sure that you are, or your whole team is behind those core values and they're actionable. They're not things like integrity or family first, which are great, but they're very vanilla. You need to make them more about you and make them so that if somebody joins your team, they know exactly what it is that they will get if they join you and work with you, or your clients will know exactly what it is that they're going to get when they work with you through your core value statements. Secondly, next we're on to who, which is when we're talking about your customer avatar. So your who is marketing is about delivering the right message about the right product at the right price, in the right place, at the right time, to the right person. So when you break all that down, it ultimately comes back to what we're going through right now. But with a who, it takes time. It's work, yes, but it's important work. And it's work that will ultimately create a marketing message that converts, because you have done the time to understand your customer, and you have done the time to understand their problems, their issues, how they work, where they show up, what they read, what they think, what keeps them up at night. What is it that if they had a magic wand, What would they wish for? Now, again, if you have different business offerings, like I was talking about with your target market, your media, your message or media, you need to have a different avatar for each of those if they're significantly different markets. As an example, I work with tradies and I do their done for you digital, and I work with them on providing lead generation. Okay, now that is one market, completely different message and completely different media to get them. I work with shopping center consulting clients, completely different market, completely different pain points and messaging. Finally, I work with small business owners on coaching them through their marketing, helping them identify their why and getting them a message that converts. Completely different. I have a different avatar document for each of those. So that's 3. But I need that to be able to create content which talks to each. And you'll probably see I don't talk about my marketing consultancy work on my Instagram because that's not where they are. They're over on LinkedIn or they're referrals or direct email contact. So that's where I'm talking about your media. Where are you hitting them? So when we're talking about who, this is where we do the work. So customer avatar is a big point. But even bigger to start off with is your competitor analysis. You need to be able to talk to your what it is you do, what it is your main 2 competitors do, and is there a gap? Is there a gap in that offering and somewhere or something that you can find a service, a product that you can offer, that you can become the authority in, that can become your niche? By doing that work, you're enabling yourself to stand out in the market, to provide a way to be seen without having to compete with the noise that's already out there. Or you do and you find there's no gap. Well, which sections in there do you kick ass at, and which sections can you niche down and become known for? Well, as an example, I've done marketing for 23 years. I've done lots of digital marketing, lots of email marketing, events, over the years, many, many, many things. So I could say I do marketing and I would say that I do everything. But do you see how that, if I put that out in my marketing, it wouldn't have any, wouldn't hit as many arrows because it would be everything to everyone. So I decided last year when my shopping center work quietened down, picked up again now, obviously that COVID's sort of okay here in WA. But yeah, so now I had to say, okay, well, why, what is my niche? What do I love? What lights me up? What am I wanting to be known for as my niche? So that's where I've become the small business cheerleader. I'm here, I'm in your corner, I'm here to support you, to give you the tools to stop the overwhelm. The overwhelm is what my why is all about, because I want to stop that and give you clarity. I've seen too many businesses go under in my shopping center work, and too many businesses have ghost loans of 200,000 when they've still got a lease to pay at a shopping center. Families break apart, people commit suicide. It's really real. So when I tell people the overwhelm is real, I mean it and I want to change it. So that became my why. So my niche is based around the small business cheerleader when it comes to coaching and helping to provide the tools to help you find your own why and allow you to have a marketing message that converts and allows you to build a business you love. So this is where I did this with a competitor analysis. I noticed everyone was doing social media management. I can do that too easily, but it doesn't light me up. And also I noticed not a lot of people were doing coaching for just marketing in regards to really finding your vision, mission, core values and finding out how to get a message out that converts. It's all about what to post online, when, et cetera, which is tactics. Marketing is your strategy. This stuff, this is marketing. And I'm a marketing consultant from way back. Whereas when you're talking about your actual, when you're talking about your actual tactics, your advertising, your publicity, your PR, everything else is a tactic. People say, I'm doing marketing, I'm doing social media management. No, that's a tactic because that forms part of your advertising and your content creation. Your marketing is actually this. Every step in here is marketing and it is strategy, because marketing is higher level. tactics are what gets your message out. Okay, so that if you go away with one thing today that you may or may not have known, is really how you can get that out into the world. Because tell as many people as you possibly can that it's the fact of getting the strategy right first will allow you to really, really get a message that converts and allow you to have your tactics, your social media management, your publicity, your PR, your events kick ass, because you have all of the tools and you've done all of the work. So next, your how. Okay, so we've done all the work. We know our vision, mission, goals, core values. We know exactly what business offering we have, what list of benefits it has, and who would need those benefits. We've done a competitor analysis. We know who does what out there and if there's a gap or not, or what we could maybe niche at, what we kick ass at. We've done a competitor analysis. We know exactly what our competitor is. Sorry, what our customer is, customer analysis. And we've made an avatar. An avatar is really something where you can see a person. I've named them usually. Jane, she's 35 to 50. She has a small business. She has 2 kids at home. She's struggling trying to get a message out there that cuts through the noise. She's great at doing this, but is finding time poor. You know, what is her pain points? And that's what your customer avatar is. So then next is really, okay, so you coming to your how. People go, well, how? Your how is you've done all that work, but now think about it. Is there a big enough population to fit what it is that you do? And how can your target audience benefit from what it is that you do? How will it, actually satisfy their unmet need? And what is it about the certain decisions that they make about what it is you do? Do you know why or what barriers there would be into them taking on what you do? Ask, all these questions can be asked because what you're looking for is your pain point. If you've got top clients already, ask them. I'm just going to close this blind. This blind's a bit bright. There we go. No, that didn't make any difference. Okay, so you're going to ask them, what is the pain point? What is it that really keeps you up at night? What's your pain point? And what you're going to do is you're going to work on that information, and you're really going to identify what that pain point and how what it is that you offer addresses that. So pain point, how you address it, you become an authority in the market. Okay, this is what I want for you. This is what you get from doing this work. Now, once you've addressed the business offering and you allow yourself to talk to that pain point, you can drill down on how this offer can actually solve that for them. Because another thing I want you to take away from this, people buy on emotion and they back it up with logic later. Okay, you're talking to emotion. You're not talking logic, and don't talk rationally, because people are buying on emotion. It's not what they're buying from you. It's what it will give them that they want. Okay. It's the feeling it will give them is the main driver for your marketing. So if your first heading is not, I have this, I'm great, I've done this for so many years in your marketing, it's going to be, do you suffer from this? This is the way to solve it. Call to action at the end. Okay. You need to grab them straight up, hitting them with their pain point, showing your solution and why you need to be the person they come to. And finally, a call to action of where they go and what they do, because that's called direct response marketing. And when you're a small business, you can't afford to do branding. You can't afford, not branding, I don't mean like logo, I mean actual reach marketing, awareness marketing, like Coke and Nike and Pepsi and all those do. You don't have the money. Okay, so you need to be strategic. You need to have pain point. Here's my offer. Here's my call to action of how you can get it. Bam, done. Not, hey, I do this and put it out there. People don't give up. Okay, they just want to know how it is you're going to solve their problem. And basically, what you're going to do for them and how it's going to make them feel. Okay, so you're talking to the emotion. All right, so this is where once you've done all that work, you're now at the final stage. This is the final step, step 5 of the 5 steps to creating a marketing message that converts. Where you've done the work, let's do it again. You've done the vision, mission, you've done the vision, mission, the core values, the goals, you've sorted out who they are, you've sorted out what your business offering is, you've sorted out how you're going to talk about it, how you're going to get it out there. Okay, next step, final step, where? Okay, you got to go where they are. Where are they? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they in Insta stories? Are they on Reels? Are they just at the local convention? Are they at the local markets? Where are they? Okay, this is where you need to go. So you need to map out your different markets, a message that will cut through, and what media you will use to reach them. So remember, you can have more than one market, like I said before, and more than one customer avatar, but each one needs to be specific and have its own pain points and its own characteristics. That's the only way you will make sure you're hitting your target market with the right message. Because if you go all out and go generic across all markets, you will not stand out, and you will be you will just lose, and you will dilute your messaging, and you'll be wasting your money, because ultimately, I'm assuming when you're advertising, you're paying for this, or you could be doing organic marketing, but you're trading dollars for hours there. You're still spending time, which is valuable for you to do all this. So you need to make sure once you've done the work, it stops you spending that time, wasting your time. I don't mind you doing the time if you're actually doing it in the right way. So this is where it comes down to your market, your message, and your media. So your market, identifying the different segments of your customers and placing them into target markets and writing down those target markets. And then each of them has a pain point and an offering in which you can help. So in the next column, so you write down a column with your markets, write them down. Next one, next column, message. Okay, what's the message you have for each of those markets? Different markets require different messaging, and it's not appropriate to have a one fits all, I put kids there, kinds of approach when talking to them, because you'll get diluted. So what message are you talking? What pain point? What message are you saying to each of these markets? And finally, your media. So each target market will most likely hang out in different places online. So where are they? Have you done the work? Are they on Facebook groups? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Instagram stories, Instagram Reels, LinkedIn? Are they on Twitter even? Are they on blogs? Do they love your website? Do they love a good blog? Do they Google? Are they Google searching you? Are you that type of service business where they'll be Google searching you? You need to do all this work before you start throwing money out. Oh, Joe Blogs is doing Facebook ads. I better do them. Why? Is that where your target market is? Is that where your customers hangs out? Do you know that? So do this work now. It'll save you money in the long run. So, yeah, okay. So even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. So overwhelm is real. Overwhelm is real, and paralysis by analysis is even more so. So you'll sit there and you'll be overwhelmed by thinking, how the hell do I get all this out, and who the hell do I talk to? So you'll sit there and you will do nothing, or you will do it, but wait until it's perfect to get it out there. People will just run straight over you, okay? I need you to start thinking about all of these things, doing the work. Once it's done, creating content will become a breeze. You know who you're talking to, you know what you're saying, you know what the pain points are, and you know where they hang out. How easy is that now? Even if you don't do it and you outsource your social media management because you're running a business and you're busy, I get it. Give this document to them. Here, this is exactly everything you need to create content for me that's going to convert. They, being people like me, will go, oh, thank God. Now I know exactly what I'm talking about. Instead of, I don't know, I sell this, but I need leads. Can you see how the overwhelm then for your social media manager would be, oh shit, I don't know, what do they want? So this document is imperative it's more or less like a business plan, a marketing plan, but it's even more important than a business plan, because this allows you to actually bring money in. Okay, so this is what you're going to be talking about. So in summary, we've run through the 5 key steps to creating a marketing message that converts, being your why, what, who, how, and where. So why you're in business, your vision, mission, goals, core values that will drive your business forward in the next 10 years. What it is your business offers that makes you different, and the best ways to use this, allowing you to stand out from the crowd. Who you're targeting, your perfect customer avatar, finding the perfect customers who need exactly what you offer, and who will become raving fans. And how to meet your prospects where they are by providing a solution to their current problem. And finally, we just went through where to find your prospects, identifying your perfect market message and media mix. And this will be where it all happens. Okay, now I'm going to open up for questions. We've done our masterclass going through for the 30 minutes or so. So Yvonne said, is the branding why, how, what different to the marketing why, how, what? Okay, branding is going to be very specific to what it is you offer. It is very similar because it's going to give you an idea of what your target customer will identify with. So if you're branding your business, so similar to me, as an example, I branded different areas of my business. I have a digital side, Done For You Digital. I have coaching, and I have a podcast. And then I have my consulting, okay? 4 different segments. Each of those has different branding because I'm talking to different people. So ultimately, if you're deciding that there's various parts of your business that are talking to different people, then yes, you need to make sure that your why is still reflected in there, your how of how you want to address the pain point, and the what of what it is that you offer. I think it's very similar because branding still uses a customer avatar and it still uses what it is that you want to get. But sometimes branding can become an umbrella. So an umbrella for everything. So I have NW marketing and I have a branding and I have a look and a feel for NW marketing because that is me. That is what I am. But under each of there, I have different branding for different segments. So I think that might be something that comes down to branding being, yes, for the business. It might have one specific look, but you may have specific branding in line with this document of your different target markets. Does that make sense? When you identify those, that might be the best way to go. I hope that helped a little bit, but that's why branding companies that do branding, logos, branding work are very, very important because they niche down on all of this stuff and they can come up with something that really identifies and really hits it for you. But having this work will allow them to do that for you. So having this work will help you with your branding. Your branding will then come through in your content, and your content will then help you convert because all of it matches together. So this document is very important in creating content, but also in creating your branding because it gives them a really good idea about what that's all about. I hope that helped. If there's any other questions, that's okay. Thanks, Yvonne. If you've got any more, just DM me after this and happy to help. But yeah, so we deal more with the strategy of getting your message out there, whereas branding companies really dive deep into the aesthetics and how that can change people's perception of you. So I think that they're very important to go to a branding agency if you're doing that, as opposed to doing it yourself on like Canva. And also you don't have, you can't trademark them and you don't have as much input into making them authentically you. So that's my opinion anyway, but creating graphics in Canva is fine. But when it comes to branding, I think it's really important to do that professionally. All right. So at the end of this, I said that I'd go through Kick-Ass Solution. So we've gone through all of these. So if you've reached a sales plateau, this is what I normally like to say, and you need to focus on what it is that makes you different. And you need to get that out to your tribe of perfect customers, those that you've identified as being perfect and in need of what it is you offer. So to do this takes clarity in who your target audience is, a well-constructed offer, and clear actionable steps to get your message out into the world. So it can seem overwhelming to work through on your own, and I know this, and that's why I work with clients one-on-one to do it, because brain dumping with someone who knows how it works can make the time it's better to do it with someone because it's quicker, is what I'm saying. Your from A to Z is a lot quicker than you're trying to do it yourself, although that option is always available. So, but especially if marketing isn't your zone of genius and you just need someone to brain dump, this is what I do, this is who I want to go through, how the hell am I going to help it? Okay, so this is what I'm launching today. Yes, my first ever mini course. So I'm going to take everything I've done over the last 18 months with all my clients. I put it in a mini course for you guys so you can do it self-paced study. So 3 weeks, easy access self-study. There's heaps of, we're going to release it each week, heaps of video trainings, workbooks. I'm also going to do bonus masterclasses on how to create Facebook ads, how to create content for Facebook ads, and how to run Google ads. Because once you've done all this work, I don't want you sitting there going, what next? Okay. So once you've finished it, I'm going to do masterclasses on how to get all of this step by step so you can do it and get it out into the world. So I'm so excited. It starts on Monday, the 5th of July. But for you guys, I've got a special offer. It's early bird, $197 USD for course only, which means you get access to the 3 weeks of modules, the masterclass, and you get access to the Facebook group. So this is US dollars, but if you're interested, there is also a VIP upgrade only for 48 hours. And I'm not going to do this afterwards. This is just for the launch, to celebrate the launch. What will be happening is you get one-on-one with me. With the upgrade, you get one-on-one with me, and you get it for 3 sessions, 3 one-hour sessions on Zoom. In person, if you're in Perth, is fine. Plus, you get 1 month unlimited direct Voxer chat access to me. Voxer is an app, a bit like Messenger, where you can talk to me anytime and we can talk back and forward as you're working through the course. And as you're going through these things, you'll have me in your ear and you'll have access to me Monday to Friday via Voxer app. So if you really have found that some of or all of what we've just talked about resonates with you and you feel called to take action to make it happen, then I highly recommend jumping on board and grabbing the mini course, because you will have me dive deep into each of these 5 steps and really give you actionable ways to make it work for you and ways that you can understand how it allows you to convert. So we start with the pre-course work on the 4th of July with the workbook to allow you to get all the answers you need. And then we go deep into why in the first week, your vision, mission, core values. Then we go deep into what and who, creating your business offering, your customer avatar, and your competitor analysis. And finally, we go into how. What is your solution? How are you hitting the pain point? And where can we find them? And you have access to the private Magnify Your Marketing Facebook group. If you've got any questions, I'm in there every day. And bonus to those masterclasses on how to create and run Facebook and Google ads for your business. So course only, that's fine. You get access to all of that. Upgrade, which is only for 48 hours, is for the private coaching with me and the 1 month of Voxer app. So if there's payment plans available for the course upgrade, and the link to purchasing the early bird is at the bottom here of the, so you can go in and grab it, and that allows you to grab it in 48 hours and it's yours. So that's it. Is there any other questions for anyone? Because I would love to say thank you for coming and visiting me in the masterclass and hanging out. Yvonne, especially, for asking questions and getting involved. Don't you love this photo shoot I just did the other week? Isn't it cute? Cheerleader. Oh my gosh. So any questions before we finish up? I'm happy to stay on. We've got another 15 minutes or so until 11. If there's anything in particular you wanted to run through, I'll stop the share and I'm back. Yeah, Jackie or Yvonne, anything that you wanted to chat about, just pop it in the chat if you want to, or if you're all good. But yeah, it's mainly a matter of making sure you know really what it is you're trying to say and who you're saying it to, and then exactly what your customer has and the pain point that you're addressing. Once all of that is clear in your mind, it's easier for you to have either somebody outsource create content for you, or it's easier for you to create content that comes from a place of authentic brand voice, and something that when you're doing lives or if you're doing stories, yeah, that sort of stuff. Oh, Jackie and Bree, thanks. It was wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. Now, if you want to do work on this yourself, the ebook goes deeper, the free ebook, and there's a link in the bio. So of my Instagram page, or it's on my website. It's just one of those things where you can, I'll see if I can grab the link for you here. It means something that you can take away, but I'll be sending you through a copy of this recording, and I'll also be sending you through a copy of that ebook so you can do the work yourself, because ultimately, once you dive deep into that, it's something that it will be a never end, it will constantly give, if that makes sense. So I'll give you the link in the chat now, if that's easier. Okay, there we go. And you can download the ebook there, and that runs through everything. It's got spaces for you to write it all out, brain dump it all out. And yeah, it'll give you plenty of chances to do that. What else can I give you that's there? If there's any other questions, you can let me know. But if there's not, then we might finish up so that you guys can get on with the rest of your day. I don't want to take up too much of a day, but you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. We have a podcast, The Small Business Cheerleader. All of those links are on the website. We also do one-on-one coaching, which is the brain dump sessions I run, which are 2 hours, and we sit down and go through all of this to give you clarity in it. We also do, as part of that, you get the 4 weeks Voxer access, which is the walkie-talkie messenger app. So that's an option a lot of clients take in just when they hit a rut and they just can't figure out how to create that marketing message, or they have a new service offering. They want to do all this work based around how to get that service offering out. That's where the brain dump sessions come in. We also do one-on-one hour of power sessions, which is just an hour on Zoom. If you have anything like one of these steps that you really want to dive into, or just anything marketing, that's where the hour of power is. When it comes to working with me, there's plenty of ways to do it, but we also do the digital stuff, as I said, lead generation, if that's something that you're interested in. But in the end, if it's something you want to work with me, there's a link there. You can check it out, but it's on the website. All right, guys. Well, it's been wonderful to have you here. If there's no more, I'll just double check. Any more questions? No, no more questions. Oh, Yvonne, great. Okay, yeah, check out the website. I'm always here to help, and also in the DMs on Insta. Just hit me up, happy to chat. But I found that with the brain dump sessions for those business owners in Perth, it's been great to sit down and go through it individually. But for those that like to self-study, that's why I created the course, because it's a cheaper option, but it still gives you access to me via the video trainings, and it allows you to, if you upgrade, still have those one-on-one sessions and the Voxer app, as well as having the course. So you can go back once you've done the sessions and really work through it. Yeah, so it's about trying to provide options for everyone. That's the best way I find forward, so that some people love to be in person, some people love to do it in their own time. And, you know, and that's where the self-study option comes in. Good price point, allowing you to learn all that stuff and do it in your own time. And you have lifetime access, so you can go back and forward. All right, guys, I'm going to head off then.